Okay.
Lock 'em up, boys.
Here goes engines. Let's go. Go. Eggs in the can. I can't roll them now.
Who is the king?
Cruising around, we know where to go. Watching the world through a blood window. Take all comers, but ain't too slow. Breaking the wall, no very long.
So run your car, not your mouth, 'cause out here there's no room for cowards.
Clash of life is all you see.
Just another day when you're
Drifting.
You lost your crown, lost your place, picked back up, left in disgrace. Flash of life is all you see. Just another day when you're
Drifting.
Who
Eggs in the can. Got running around and blue.
is the king?
Cruising around with nowhere to go. Watching the physical of him go.
Take all comers, but ain't no show. So what next but the
Cyraxx.
So run your heart, not your mouth, 'cause out here there's no room for cowards. Flash of life is all you see. Just another day
When you're drifting.
you lost your crown, lost your place, picked back up, left in disgrace.
Flash of life
Is all you see. Just another day when you're
drifting.
so run your car and not your mouth. Out here there's no room for doubts. Lost your crown and lost your place.
Let back all left in disgrace.
Run your car and not your mouth. Out here there's no room for doubts. Lost your crown and lost your place.
Let back all left.
Left in disgrace.
How's everybody today? Happy April Fool's Day, to everyone. I just want to say 1 out of 3 of the titles are a part of April Fool's Day. You can probably tell which one it is. But yeah, we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna start off with Shane, just because the Shane video is very short. It's very short. I want to get it out of the way. We're going to start with Creepy Shane, and then we're going to get to Cyraxx, and then Cobra.
What did I lie about anyway if I asked Michelle her age? She said 37. Did she try to seduce me and I not card her or ask for her ID or something? I mean, that's really technically the only thing I could have done that I said I would do. If I met a 15-year-old girl who told me she was 15.
What do you mean is Sally's still dead? When somebody dies, they're dead. They're dead. That's why I have R.I.P. Sally under my name. Sally died. She's been dead. Forever going to be dead. Until Cyraxx can prove otherwise, some way, somehow. But he's not. He's not even denying it, which is funny enough. So, yeah, R.I.P. Sally.
who ain't supposed to be working in the salon yet, right? And I'm doing that for what reason? No. To make sure what, right? I don't sleep with a 50-year-old girl. Therapy, Lou and Michelle. Don't you get it? Right. I didn't say I would card a 37-year-old woman who told me she was 37. Right. I didn't say nothing like that. Right. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Or if someone came to the door, yeah, I might regard it, right, of my home, of my home. But see, I didn't really mean it, right. If a 37-year-old woman told me she was 37 and seduced me in the sex right.
Wrong. This 37-year-old woman told him that she was 15 and then seduced him, and he continued to go through with it. But, let's just let him walk.
Oh. Now, what I also said is I wouldn't try to get her in trouble, but I would also have to make sure she was 15, right?
Wait, you had to make sure she was 15? What? Wait, what?
Trouble, but I would also have to make sure she was 15, right? So I wouldn't have sex with her, right? See, that's what I meant, right? You just took it out of context, right? I didn't say if someone told me they were 37 and seduced me, I would card them, if that's what you thought I meant. No.
No, the 15-year-old was apparently working at a nail salon where old Shane here was going to get his nails done. Yeah, because he gets his nails done, believe it or not. He was going to get his nails done, and this 15-year-old, who he believed would be of age because she was working at a nail salon, he seduced her. They went in the back of the store, and, well, nothing else more needs to be said, but...
See, once you tell me you're 37, I have no reason to think you're lying. Right. That's why I would just have sex with this woman who told me she's 37. Right. Because your employer makes sure you're old enough and is supposed to do the job. Right. Not me. Not you. That's not my job. So if someone is 37 or 15, right, and working in a nail salon, I still can only ask their age, right? I don't really have to prove anything. Your employer has to prove you're old enough to work there, not me, right? Before he can let you work there, right? Now, what am I telling you? 15 is a year too young.
Believe it or not, this guy is a very religious man. I'm pretty sure he works at a church. So... do with that what you will.
There in Georgia, you gotta be 16 to start working there. You're still a minor before you can start working there, but you just gotta be.
Sorry,
15.
he volunteers at a church because I'm pretty sure I think he's on disability, so he can't actually quote unquote work. So I'm pretty sure he volunteers at the church.
15 is a year too young, right? 16 ain't. That's the actual year old you can start the apprenticeship program, right? Until then, you...
Did he just say a 16-year-old is not young? Hold on, I gotta rewind that. I gotta hear that again.
That's the actual year. Working there, but you just gotta be 15 is a year too young, right? 16 ain't. That's the actual year old you can start the apprenticeship program, right?
So he believes just because somebody works and has an apprenticeship program or has like their working papers, whatever, he believes that makes it legal for him to do whatever he wants to do, to prey on them, even though they are under the age of 18.
Until then, you can't.
And even then, even if they were 18 years old, he is a 50-something. Isn't he 57? Something like that. I was having this discussion last night with a few people because we were talking about all these lolcows and shit and how they'll throw around that, oh, well, in my state, it's legal. Because in Georgia, where this guy lives, 16 is legal. There is a difference between legality and morality. And you're a 57-year-old man trying to sleep with a 16-year-old. You're fucked up mentally, dude.
Ain't started yet, dude. Are you listening? You gotta be 16 before you start the program. That's what I'm saying, right? Not 15. So if you are 15, I gotta make sure more of that than if you're 37.
Hold on.
Off the
I love
bat,
it. Hold
right?
on.
That's
Hold
what
on.
you tell me. As soon as I meet you, then you're lying, right? See, you can't lie to someone who don't know you that you're 37 and you're already working in the store when I come in, right? I'm just gonna believe you, right? There's nothing wrong with that either. And then you seduce me because you were 15, right?
Thank you. Thank you.
I didn't know you were the one they were talking about or not, right? Yeah. I still don't know you're 15 or 37, right? Even
You're right,
4
Sunflower.
years later, right?
You're right.
So you'll be 19 now, right? Right.
This guy is perpetually drunk. I think he is. Yeah, he's not only an alcoholic, but he does have mental issues from his time in the Navy. His name is Shane Edward Lee. If you want to look up his rank, if you know how to do that, I know somebody did, and they were in chat. Forgive me for not remembering your name, but I know they were dropping it the other day in chat. Ooh, I hit my mic. But he does actually have a rank. He was actually in the military or Navy.
And that's
Being
the problem.
specific now with the Navy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can see that. All right. Oh, he's a total creep. Yeah. We are going to be getting on to Cyraxx now. Shit, this fucking cart. Putting it down.
Y'all, so I am about to explain something here that not a lot of people understand, which is my situation. Now, I'm going to try to be as transparent as I can be and explain the real truth about my situation. Now, I don't know if there's going to be multiple parts to this.
You know, there was a good point brought up in Discord. It was a discussion, right? I'm pretty sure it was Discord. I know all I know is that Steve was a part of it because Steve seems to be a part of everything. That apparently, like, I didn't know he was posting these on Rumble. I thought he was actually posting them on like a YouTube channel somewhere. No, he's posting them on Rumble and he's still limited to 15 minutes. What's up with that? What's up with that? Did some troll just tell him like that? Like that's what I wrote. Some troll probably told him that's exactly it works just like YouTube. You can only upload 15-minute videos.
I don't know, but I'm going to try to squeeze in as much as I can in the little time that the little 15 minutes that I have. Now, as a lot of y'all know, I get fucked with on a daily basis.
As you deserve.
So I'm going to explain to you guys how I got to this point.
Yeah, I just out of curiosity, I watched like a little bit of this video before I even went live. I watched probably maybe another like minute into it. And then I was like, all right, I'll just watch the rest on live. Same with the Cobra eviction video. I've been saving that for live. I watched a little bit of it and I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll watch this one live. Nobody needs this explanation. We already know what Cyraxx has done, the things he said. We already know he's a pedophile.
And actually started,
in his own words, hebephile.
not with music biz. I'm already known National Mafia. No, they come later. It started with my ex, Kendall Smith, who is inherently a nutcase with feet. She is literally a walking liar. she's the kind of girl that if a dude gets with her and then breaks up with her for whatever reason, she'll say they raped her, that they did this to her, that they did that to her, and she'll proceed to call them all kinds of names and do stuff like threaten their families and all kinds of stuff. Well,
I was in shock, and I saw chat lighting up when he said it. He hasn't learned anything, but you know why? You know why he hasn't learned anything? Because Candle doesn't seem to be doing anything about it. She doesn't actually seem to be enforcing this protection order. I was going to say restraining order, but I said restraining order in my head, but protection order came out. I don't know. Fucked me up. This card is fucking me up.
one of
Getting a
her
different
exes.
kind.
Me and her ended up splitting, or more or less, I ended up breaking up with her because I saw how fucking crazy she was,
Does she even know?
and I blocked her.
I'm not sure because I don't have contact with Candle. I know the OGs would have contact with Candle. Like, William probably has contact with Candle, let's be honest. So, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. They should really reach out to her if she's not aware that he's still mentioning her and saying all this stuff about her online.
She proceeded to do all kind of stuff after that, like pretend she was dead. She called me pedophile, said that I raped her, and all kind of stuff.
No, there's Facebook.
So some years later,
You know what's funny?
after all that went down, this guy named Music Biz Marty comes on the scene.
No, I'm curious to see how the story is going to go this time because we've all heard this story thousands and thousands of times at this point. I'm curious on how different it's going to be this time around.
Sees what she put me through and decides to join in. And by that time, I was working with a few friends of mine on music, and we ran a podcast, all that shit. Well, Marty came in, didn't know who he was, found out that the Marty that was in there was not him, so I ended up trying to find this guy, because the dude that was in there kept running his mouth and running his mouth. So I ended up trying to...
Actually, believe it or not, listen to him explain this from even... Well, when was the last time he explained his whole backstory? When was it? Just like a couple weeks ago, right? Or not even a couple weeks ago. Whenever it was. There's differences. There's some differences.
find this guy. And I wasn't able to find him.
There always is some differences.
And so I let it go. Well, little did I know, I ended up finding the real Music Biz Marty thanks to an old friend of mine who just happened to come across the video that mentioned me. And Marty was on there attacking me. And I proceeded to try to correct him on everything that was going down because I had to do with my ex-Candle, who,
He's stuck in a
need I
cycle.
remind
Yeah.
you, is a crazy psychotic psychopath. So, you know, he didn't take it too well at first.
Yeah.
But then
I know. Sally had to hear this bullshit up in the attic until her dying moment. And not only in the attic, face to face. He was yelling at her when she croaked. So
things kind of blew over. So I went back to doing my music. And by the time that all this happened, I had already been doing music since like 2009. And I was starting to do vocal covers
nice to see you here, Eddie.
and different shit like that. Because right around that time is when I started to find my voice. Well, little did I know that Marty would see this at some point and see me as a money grab. So what did he do? At first he was nice. I told him, dude, I'm not interested in working with anybody right now. I got a lot of stuff going on.
Choking on his own spit. No. What does he have going on? What does he actually have going on? He just says, I have all this stuff going on. I was trying to imitate him, choking on his spit. But what is he doing? Like, I posted a community post earlier. He's sitting on, what was it? Fucking, yeah, let me scroll up just so I could see it in Discord. I'm sure it's not too far up. Unless, you know what? It probably is quite far up. No. Here it is. He was playing Hot Wheels. Fucking Hot Wheels. And he's creating an online party. Is this what he's busy with? Is this what he's busy doing? Creating an online party in a kids game to attract children to talk to him? Like, is really, I'm pretty sure that's what he's busy doing.
Because by that point, I had already released 2 albums back to back during that year.
Yeah, totally.
I was working on promoting the second one, and also working on promoting the third.
Hot Wheels Unleashed 2. Because I'm looking at the picture right now, the screenshot of his fucking profile. Yeah, he was busy.
Third one that I was supposed to be working on. Well, little did I know that Marty would see that as a way to screw with me. He saw my talent, wanted it for himself. So what did he do? He concocted this whole plan to make me look like a pedophile, in order to drive away all my friends and to isolate me, because to him, I was an easy target. To him, I was money. I was an easy target that he can use and extort and black.
He's either itching at a scab right now, or he's, I don't know what he's doing, actually. I'm trying to figure it out.
Mail to get whatever he wanted.
What is he tucking?
So
he has no, like, what is he tucking right now? He's trying to tuck something. What are you tucking, dude?
Proceeded to hire Mass Troll Mafia to make me look like a pedophile. Now, bear in mind, Mass Troll Mafia, aka
I was gonna say Serene, because I was gonna say Simply Shireen. Fuck, I'm way too stoned for this right now. How are you doing? It's been a while.
Is the most hated woman on the internet.
A scab? Yeah, probably.
Hands down.
Probably.
There's not one good thing that anybody has to say about her. Not one. She's done all kinds of scummy shit. And I mean all kinds of scummy crap.
He's come to this reality a few times, but then slipped back into the delusion once somebody tells him that it's true.
And so what did he have her do? He had her pose as an 18-year-old fan, which, mind you, is a legal adult. She then tricked me into sending certain photos. And then turned around by text message.
This is probably
sent
true.
An image of either her daughter or an underage kid or something. Or at least at that time I thought that it was an adult. But then she turned around after sending that photo and said, by the way, I'm underage. And by that time I cut her off. After I saw that, I proceeded to cut her off.
No, you didn't.
Cops got called out here.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
That night, they talked to me and said that I need to be more careful. Well, as a result, I was harassed.
Exactly. That's one of the inconsistencies that I was talking about earlier. The age changes almost every time. It's never a consistent age, which is how you know that he's lying. He's totally lying.
Bullied. Had a dead baby pig in the mother's fetal sac.
Yeah, it's not a script in his eyelids. It's literally just like plot points, like little notes that he's got to make sure he hits on each one, right? That's why each time it's a little different, because he's not getting the whole story in his eyelids. He's just getting the little plot points that he's got to get to him somehow.
Sent in a box to my house.
You know, thank you, CJ, for the 2. I wonder what the boy's credit score is too. It's a very good question.
They labeled me
if he even has any credit to begin with.
as a pedophile, as this and that and the other. And that kind of continued on. That whole stigma continued on until a couple years ago when it got really, really bad. When these two people, well, one of them came in about this time.
You know, you're right. I never realized that, but hasn't he had this shirt on for like, for one, he's had this shirt on for 6 days, right? It's like 6 days now. And two, he is cosplaying as the mustard bottle. Would you look at that?
Last year. The other one was from a few years ago, which is William Gloriole. He proceeded to make me look like shit. He started off by making some really cool fan videos that at first I enjoyed. But then he proceeded to attack me. He began by getting names of my family members that were not on the internet.
Everybody's on the internet. Hate to break it to you, Cyraxx. If you know where to look, everybody's on the internet.
Got photos of my family that were not on the internet. And proceeded to call the cops to my house almost every night for 2.5 years. On a weekly basis. And then we'd get the body cam footage and post it up on the internet, which, by the way, is illegal as...
Wait, he believes that William is the one who's called the cops to his house all these times? What? How could that be true when, like, 70% of the times the police show up is because the 43s at 339 are the ones who called? So, I don't know what he's talking about there. I don't know where he's getting that from.
Fuck to do. And that continued on until about this time last year when this guy named N-Word Boy came in. Now, N-Word Boy is a real evil...
Oh, shit. Thank you, Victor, for the 5. With his yellow shirt, bandana, and wrist... Cyraxx is hepatitis Hogan. You know, I could definitely, his wrestler monologues, I could definitely, I could edit something together. I'm going to need all the videos of Cyraxx in that shirt. I might have to edit a wrestling monologue over Cyraxx in this shirt, just sitting here.
Motherfucker.
Probably do it as a short.
N-Word Boy is a dude that likes to steal. He is a troll that likes to make it very, very hard for somebody like myself to do anything. When he thinks you are something, there is no convincing him otherwise.
Raxmania.
This man proceeded to attack me at first and bully me just like every other troll. Until about, I'd say, what was it? Like, January of this year.
The pity party is huge right now. He's really trying to throw this pity party.
He had pulled some shady shit where he had started stealing my music. And
what I don't get is, who does he think is going to see these videos? Like, does he think anybody besides us trolls are going to see this? No. It's not how the algorithm works, dude. Like, even the Rumble algorithm, that's just not how that works, dude.
Getting it copywritten under a fake name. And then this guy named Tips TV showed up, saw what was going on, befriended me, got me out of...
Tibbs TV, a pedophile who, like, lives with a sex doll and goes from motel to motel, befriended you. Yeah, that is a badge of honor that I would throw onto a video and tell the world. 100% genius.
That situation. And then later on, turned around, tried to pretend to be a 15-year-old underage girl, which I caught him in this fucking act. I caught him in the lie by proceeding to tell them, or that person that he was pretending to be underage, I proceeded to tell that person, look, I know you're not underage. I know you're a legal adult. How old are you really? And then when they would not give me their real age, I proceeded to then block that person.
You have never blocked anybody when they, one, have not given you an age, and two, when they have given you an age and it's underage. Both of those times you have not blocked anybody. Now, there are adult women you've blocked. Plenty of adult women you've blocked. But when it comes to ones that won't tell you their age or ones that tell you that they're underage, you never block them.
But as a result of all this shit, I have been labeled as a pedophile. It is very hard for me to release any music. It's very hard for me to release any artwork, any merchandise. I actually used to be a paid streamer on Twitch. I was actually a professional streamer.
Professional streamer that made what, like $2 a day? Right? Right? That's a professional streamer. That's his job. $2 a day.
I was getting paid $100 and some odd dollars a month. And as a result of these people making it look like I was doing shit that I was not doing, I ended up getting my Twitch taken.
Your Twitch didn't get taken. Twitch didn't like your actions that were done off-site, which includes the stuff you've done with children over the internet. So they terminated you. You're terminated. You're banned. You're not allowed.
And now every time I go to try to make some kind of money, they cut me off. Because they want to continue to extort me. They want to blackmail me. Because of the fact...
Yeah, thank you, Nabrius. Fuck. Thank you, Nabrius, for the 2. Cyraxx should, quote-unquote, proceed to fill out a job app. Well, the thing is, he does have a point. Anywhere he does get a job, I mean, there are going to be people who call up and let them know, hey, this guy Chance Wilkins is working there. This is his internet. These are his internet antics. This is what he does when he's not at work and before he works for you. Like, people are going to tell them this stuff. Let's be honest.
that they think that I'm only good at one thing.
That's why the only outcome for his life will be a group home where he lives off the government, and that's really it, where he lives in a group home and lives off the government because he's too stupid and too incapable and too retarded to ever actually be able to do it on his own.
Which is dancing. Because back in high school, I took dance all throughout my high school career and was in every talent show all throughout my high school career. I'm still good friends with my dance partner, who's one of my personal best friends in real life to this day. You know, so I'm still, you know, me and that person are still very close. But they wanted to try to force it upon me.
What? There was no dance. I was going to say, I never heard of any dance program. And you know, it's funny. Has he ever brought up this dance program before? Has this dance program ever been brought up? You know what? Oh, man, you know what? Here, if I could find it real quick, I'm going to play it because it's short. And I could also use a second to maybe hit the card a little more, okay? But I'm going to let this play. If I find it, I'll just play it.
Because I did do a dancing video several years ago. Kind of showing some old school friends of mine that were wondering, hey, do I still dance? And I said, yeah, I do. And
which one is he
I showed
referring
them what I
to?
got,
Let's
posted
see.
it up. And as a result of that, that's all anybody wants to see me do. And if it's not that, they get enjoyment out of seeing me get mad and rage out.
That too.
And the reasons
That
why
is
I got
very
mad
fun.
and raged out so much is because of the fact that these fucking people
Here it
would
is.
continuously do things to push the envelope.
When people asked him if he could still dance, he said, "Hold my beer, homie. Sorry, hold my sludge, homie. I got this. I'll show you." Oh, 20 viewers, I gotta hit it now. Oh, damn. He looks like he's in pain. All right. All right, enough. I can't. He looks like he's in pain.
Everything from trying to murder me when I'm on a live stream by shooting at me through my bedroom window, to showing up to my house in a t-shirt wrapped around their head to where they looked like they were a part of ISIS or Al-Qaeda, to where I ended up swinging a baseball bat on that person and ended up going to jail and getting out the next day. Well, this time, well, actually, way later this time last year. It was like right around June, July of last year. Well, from June...
Hey, you're right, he never pulled out the bullet. He has never pulled out the bullet. He refuses to because he knows that would make him look like a liar, because he is a liar, because there's no fucking bullet in there. You're an idiot, Cyraxx.
Up to about October, I was in and out of court all the time, just in and out, in and out, in and out. All to find out that the charges were getting dropped because the person wasn't showing up. These people have called fire department on my family, misused the police. They have spread so many, and I mean so many lies and rumors to where I am not able to get a regular job. They have gotten personal friends and family of mine fired from their job, including my biological father.
Which, you know, the fact that he even says this shows that he would defend Rupel if it came down to it. He'd be like, he's still my family. Like, that's what he would say. The fact that he even brings up Rupel at all, knowing what Rupel did, does he really think Rupel deserves to even have a job? I don't think Rupel deserves to have a house. I don't. I don't think Rupel should be with us, out of all honesty. I really don't.
They had turned my adoptive dad against me to where he ended up disowning me on a live stream.
I thought you hated him. I thought you hated Gordon. Wait. I thought he hated Gordon. Why is he upset about it? Wait. Wait.
They had gotten one of my mods who is unfortunately no longer among the living. He was also a personal best friend of mine in real life. And they ended up getting him fired from my job,
I second
or
that.
from his job. Anybody that stands up for me, they bully and attack and harass. And it sucks, which is why I'm not able to do anything.
Because anybody who stands up for you, Chance, is defending a pedophile. Think about that. The internet doesn't like pedophiles. So why would we like anybody who fucking defends one? Really?
And it's gotten to the point to where I literally am not able to have a working number because they would call, they would text, and harass me all day long, every day. We've had everybody from FBI agents to detectives and police all out here that all say the same thing. That there is something more going on here.
No, that's not what they tell you. Cyraxx, that's not what they fucking tell you, idiot. They tell you to get off the internet. And they ask you, are you doing anything? And you say, no. And then that's when they say, well, there must be something more going on here. Because you're lying to them. Because you're still on the internet. You're still doing these fucking things. And you're bringing all this upon yourself.
And that I am not a pedophile, but I do need to be careful. And that I am being targeted by some very sick individuals. And like I said, man, this has been going on since about 2017, which is when it all started. So for those of you that don't know, I do hope that this cleared up everything, and I hope that, you know, this explains everything in its entirety. But with that being said, catch you later.
With that being said,
Peace.
Alright, so now, the way I edited this, it's going to go right into the next Cyraxx video. He reacted to another fucking song. I didn't even look at what it was. I just downloaded it, and I could tell by the audio where the song is and where it's Cyraxx talking. So I just cut it out. I didn't even watch any of it. I actually edited all of it without watching any. So we're going to get to it now.
What's going on, everybody?
Oh, sorry. You know what? I lied. I edited one part because I thought it was funny, so I zoomed in on his face. That's the only part that I watched because I thought it was funny.
It's your boy, I am back. Today, we are checking out something that I was completely unaware of by one of my personal favorite bands in the world, Evanescence. As you all may or may not know, Evanescence was actually my portal into the music that I'm into now. Evanescence actually their music introduced me to bands like my #1 favorite band on the planet, Linkin Park, which
His #1 favorite band on the planet.
Eventually led me to all these other bands like.
That really tells you, and there's nothing wrong with Linkin Park. All right, there isn't. There are actually like maybe I don't know, like fucking 2 songs that I actually like. I'll be honest, 2 of them. Cyraxx ruined one of them for me forever, but there's 2 of them that I actually could say, you know what, if this came on, I'm not going to skip it. But he says that is the peak of all music. It really tells you his music taste. All I'm going to say.
Disturbed, which then led me into bands like Slipknot and Korn and Five Finger Death Punch and all these other bands. So this band is literally responsible for my introduction into rock, alternative rock, metal, and all that. So we're about to check out Evanescence's brand new song.
How is this band?
Yeah, right, which, like I said, I've never heard it.
Yeah.
I just found out about this through a friend of mine who's the biggest, and I mean the biggest, Evanescence fan on the fucking planet. And I didn't know about this.
Yeah. Then shame on them for introducing you, Cyraxx.
Like, I literally was sitting here for an hour, kicking myself in the head, thinking, like, how did I not know about this? Because I've seen Evanescence live a few times. They put on a great show.
Whoa, what? No, you haven't. There's no, you haven't, dude. You have never gone to a single concert in your life. You know why? You know why I know that? because you guys can't afford it. You guys actually can't afford something like that. Did he just say he's gone to fucking console? I'm chat. Guys, did he just really say that?
They really do. They put on a beautiful, beautiful show.
He did. He actually did say that too.
So we're about to get right into this. If you guys do like this, you already know what to do. And let's get right into this, man. Dude, just right off rip, dude. Holy shit, man.
Whoa, man.
The fact that Amy Lee is able to hit those high notes like that, man, is just nuts. Oh my god, like, this is good, man.
Is he gonna get up and walk around again? Oh, please tell me he gets him and walks around again and like does the and just like does the big sigh and puts his hands on his face. Like, please tell me he does that again. I want to see it.
I absolutely love this. This is so sick. Props to Evanescence for still putting out amazing, amazing fucking music. Alright, just really quickly, dude. I know I'm pausing this a lot, that way I don't get hit with the copyright. But, dude, fun fact for you guys.
Chance, is that how that
Some of
works?
you might know this. Some of you might not. If y'all don't know, not only am I a massive Gears of War fan, I've played all the games, I own all the games, including number 5. But, fun fact about Evanescence,
Nobody
did
cares
you guys
about
know that
Gears
they
of War.
actually did a song and music video for the brand new Gears of War 5? Did you guys know that?
About
Post in the
Gears of War
comments
since
if you
they had
guys
an
knew
Xbox
that.
360.
Dude, that guitar solo went off, man. That was... Wow.
Wow. Look at him. He looks high. That's why I presume that he looks like really high watching this. He's
Dude,
zooted.
that was insane, man.
He's zooted right now, just like.
Oh
ooh,
my gosh.
Wow.
Dude, that was incredible, man. Props to Evanescence for still putting out just some of the most amazing music that I have ever heard in my life, dude. Like, this band is literally responsible for my introduction to all the bands that
Hold on, you know what?
I listen to
Let's see if I can
now.
get another good angle. Hold on, let me make it full screen for a moment. Alright, you know what we're gonna do? You know what it's time for? Alright, I think everybody. Oh shit. I have my TV. Oh, I guess it's the TV. It's a TV and a monitor. But it's hooked up to my Raspberry Pi right now. Hold on, let me switch it back. There you go. I gotta be able to take a screenshot. It is time for Connect the Scabs, ladies and gentlemen. In the Discord, I'm going to be posting this picture of Cyraxx. Find what you can in the Scabs and then post it in the Discord, you know? And then we'll have a nice little game. I'll drop a link to the Discord as well in case you're not in it. Right here. All right.
Actually not only inspired me to, start my music career, but who just have influenced my life in such a positive and real way. So shout out to Evanescence for the brand new music, man. If you guys did like this, you already know what to do. And I'll catch y'all later, man. As I always say, stay humble, stay positive, keep being yourself, and fuck the haters, and fuck the trolls, man. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.
Oh shit, I was muted. I was mocking him. I said, fuck the trolls, man. I was also sitting there looking at the screenshot. There's quite a few things. There's quite a few things there. Yeah, look, yeah, Tiny Gray. What is that? What is that? What am I looking at? I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know. Either way, enough of Cyraxx. Enough of the fucking boy. Time for Cobra. It turns out the Boglair 2.0 will be no more. All right? Because he's been evicted before. But it seems like Jessica plus him, just too much. Just too much for anybody else that lived in the complex. They must have complained. Also, shout out to Boglim Chronicles. That's where I got this video from.
Cobra's live. Woo.
Whoa.
One of my fans sent me a pretty sweet tiki Cobra glass to my P.O. box, and I appreciate it.
A fucking retard sent him that.
People have been sending me alcohol like crazy lately, and I appreciate it. Like yesterday, I got a knock at my door, and someone handed me like a reusable shopping Walmart bag full of shit. And I was like, okay, cool. And then today, someone DoorDashed me some more booze. So I've got plenty of booze. I'm going to be working on that over the next month or so, very slowly. Still got like half a thing left of my habanero peach mango mead, which turned out delicious. Do I miss Jessica? To a degree, yes, when she's not, you know.
Wait. I want to hear him admit it. One more time.
Habanero peach mango mead, which turned out delicious.
One more time.
Do I miss Jessica? To a degree, yes, when she's not, you know.
So
you don't have to donate to Cashapp or PayPal or Super Chat or join memberships, but if you do, it is greatly appreciated. And I could definitely use the money in these next couple of months. I'm also on Cameo. Say what you want to say, though, but Jessica is a good woman. I mean, she has her moments like I do. People are telling me all this crap about Jessica, and I'm like,
Jessica is not. She's not really that great, Josh. I don't. You know, I gotta start texting Josh more. I gotta really get it through his head. There's plenty of fish out there, man. Jessica, I don't know.
Well, here's how I look at it. I have my moments too, and she freaking cares about me. So what do? You know? Like, me and Jessica are very similar in a lot of ways. In some ways, we're not. Check out that tactical soap, coupon code KingCobra. Feel like a rock star. But I appreciate y'all tuning in and watching me go live. My birthday was kind of shitty, to be honest. It was beyond shitty. My birthday fucking sucked. And I don't want to get into it right now.
He doesn't want to get into it.
I've only let a couple people know the situation, and I don't want to get into it.
Now he's gonna let everybody know.
It's because my birthday was shit doesn't mean the rest of the year has to blow, you know. So it's gonna get better. Just keep on keeping. It wasn't entirely her either. It was also my YouTube trolls, for that matter. But let's not get into that.
There he is. He doesn't want to admit what happened, but there he is, right there, admitting what happened.
Again, you don't have to donate to Super Chat or PayPal or Cash App, but if you do, it is greatly appreciated. Jessica just needs people to love her in her life. That's all. It's very apparent that she suffered some psychological abuse issues over the years. I'm not sure to what degree, but it's none of my business. Well, Lilith, that's your opinion. Thank you for your $5.
That's your opinion.
All will be revealed when the time is more appropriate.
They can't say that Cobra deserves better, because when Cobra gets completely shit-faced and has a drunk, autistic, retard rage, he loses himself, he starts smacking himself too.
No, that was not cool of Jessica to say that, but she apologized and she made what she said was wrong. And I apologize for what I did. Who the hell's Mustard Squirrel? But shout out to Mustard Squirrel, I guess. Thank you for your $2. Not necessarily because of her, because of my YouTube trolls or assholes.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
I think we'd all rather donate to Puff.
I'm not going to fully get into it. It's going to leave you in the dark on it for a hot
Hold on.
minute because I don't want to.
Akron Prince in the Discord found an arrow in the scabs on Chance's forehead. And, you know, if anybody's seen Avatar The Last Airbender, you know, the blue arrow on the forehead, that's it's pretty good.
I don't want to talk about it. The whole thing just makes me want to fucking pull my hair out.
Chance Wilkins, the last bedbug bender. There you go.
What's left of it. And I'm not trying to be a dick, but I suspect that Jessica has been in a lot of relationships that were super abusive and unhealthy, so that's all she knows. So her reaction, you know, is going to be she's not used to having a guy who cares about her, that kind of thing.
The Avatar, yeah, I forgot.
What the fuck is a priest?
I forgot about that. Remember when when he had the fucking little VTuber, and he was saying like he's the what did he say? Fire breathing avatar or something like that, right? No, he's the avatar. He's the fire breathing avatar.
So I forgot.
Yo,
I don't want to marry Jessica until I'm in a much, much, much bigger place.
Yes, Micro.
I don't want to marry anyone until I've built my clock tower dream house. Thank you. But like I said, I'm not going to get into it or say when I got to be out or any of that. That's just... Or if I found a place or anything like that. You know, that's just none of your damn business. If your troll donation doesn't get shouted out, you're just gonna get blocked.
You know what's great? Not only does Josh point out when these troll donations come in, like 90% of the time, but they still get highlighted by Boglum Chronicles and anybody else who isn't there another one who does Bite Size Cobra do the chats? I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that, you know, they're still going to get seen.
I'm not going to be fucking homeless, dude. Trust and believe that. It'll be fine. Okay? I don't want to get into, like, the details of how crappy my birth is.
Imagine a Cobra homeless arc. How would that go?
You basically got the details, the deets. You don't get to hear why I gotta move because my trolls are fucking assholes, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, Jessica's gone home.
I will discuss these things at a much later date when I'm settled and everything's more, you know what I'm saying?
Living in Clint's backyard.
But I've been taking the steps that I need to make it happen, Captain. Moving's gonna suck ass. I love living up here, but it is what it is. No, she's not, but thank you for your $2.79. Because I know it's not normal, but
oh, it's definitely not
normal. I see a
normal.
lot of myself in Jessica. That's why I don't judge her, to be honest. Yeah, a lot of people are saying
he sees a lot of his completely shit-faced, blacked-out self in Jessica.
Saying that she's toxic for me, and quite frankly, I don't care. I'm not going to go into fucking detail on any of it. But we're getting it taken care of. Yeah, except she doesn't do that crap, so I'm going to have to ban you from chats. Am I moving to Virginia? No, I am not. Lap dance fund. Thank you for your $10. Okay, I can get a lap dance from Jessica next time I see her, which may not be for at least 2 months, and it is what it is.
Going into another mini dry spell, Tubes.
No, you cannot, because I fucking hate that piece of shit. How about fuck Cyraxx? How dumb do you people think I am? Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, if I see Puff, I'll definitely... No, I'm not going to leave him behind if I see him.
Whoa, what?
He still survived anyways.
I thought... Wait, why would Puff be in the apartment? Didn't he like get lost outside or something? right? I don't know.
Cool Taste isn't going to help me pack. No, but thank you for your $5. My dad is not mad that I have to move. If anything, we're just...
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, he said that he lost Puff outside. Yeah, he got outside. Why is he saying, like, oh, well, if I find him here, like, did he lie? Did he just tell everybody that he was outside? Meanwhile, he lost Puff in the apartment somewhere?
Sick and tired of all the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't go out of my way to fuck with people. Oh, the message got deleted. Shouldn't have been talking shit, I guess. I have more fans than I do trolls.
No,
and
you
my
don't.
trolls are just fucking losers. They really...
No, you don't. No, you don't, because even the quote-unquote fans, they're buddy trolls. Cobra doesn't understand the concept of buddy trolls. Like, Cyraxx will at least get the concept if that person is exposed as a buddy troll. Cobra has zero concept of what a buddy troll is.
They are. They are just the absolute fucking worst. And the trolls are legitimately jealous of me. Otherwise, they wouldn't care. Why do I have to move? Because my trolls are fucking assholes, and then just leave it at that.
No, because you're a drunk autistic retard, and Jessica is also a drunk autistic retard, and you know, two drunk autistic retards together, it's not going to be a good time for any of the other tenants.
Jason, I don't want to get into it. I gave you the basic of details, but that's it. That's all you're getting. And I don't want to fucking move because I really like it up here. The building manager is a really chill dude. You know, the staff here are amazing. The view is amazing. Like,
He's very depressed about it. He's very upset about needing to move.
I might get into the details of it when I get into my new spot, but for now, I don't want to discuss it. I like living up here, but I'm going to find something better. Gonna have to.
He's not going to be able to find anything better. I don't know. I think his next place is going to be a severe downgrade. Personally.
I'm not telling you how much time I have left, or if I find a place, or when I'm moving. Because that's none of your damn business. People need to be fucking nicer to Jessica. That's all I'm saying.
Why? Why should anyone be nicer to Jessica? Why?
Yeah, I'm tired of people bullying Jessica. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't fucking need more fucking mental stress. Well, my current landlord has been very patient with me. One of the best landlords I've ever
Exactly, but you put your life on the internet and you expect people not to make fun of you. It's crazy.
had. Really super nice dude. Willing to work with you. But there's only so much you can do, and that's not fair to him, and it's not fair to me. And honestly, I'm not mad at him or anyone here. It's just the life that I live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he probably
The
does
last
have 30
time my
days.
YouTube trolls got me kicked out of my last apartment.
No, it wasn't the YouTube trolls. Right? Last I heard, it wasn't the fucking YouTube trolls. He fucking ruined it, didn't he? Didn't he fucking trash the place? Like, wasn't it like, oh, it's autist's first home, you know what I'm saying? And he fucking trashed the place? I don't know. That's what I heard.
I got into a bigger and better space. So you think they would learn? They're fucking with Cobra. I just, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't do them any good.
It was exactly
You know,
6
I got nothing but
damages.
positive things to say about the apartments
Yeah, he fucking trashed his original place.
I'm currently living in. I've never complained on my neighbors. I've never gotten a complaint in like the last 5 years. But I'll be discussing details when I'm in my new spot. And I'm all unpacked and everything's
You know, Clint is not getting any of that deposit back for this apartment. Like, for one, that's obviously not happening. The damage is too far gone, and he's probably going to owe him more money. There's going to be money owed. There is enough damage here and puke in that rug where they're going to have to rip it up. They're going to have to just rip it up.
set up. For now, we're going to focus on just doing videos like nothing happened. And then when I feel comfortable enough, I will discuss the situation either live or on a pre-record. Like the last 5
Get
years
ugly, yeah.
up here have been so nice. Like, I love this apartment complex that I'm living in right now, and it really fucking sucks that people just don't understand, or they gotta be dicks or whatever, you know, and nothing you can do about it. That's just life in a nutshell. But I will get into a place. The biggest reason why I didn't stream with Jessica very much when she was here is because I'd rather spend time with her than thinking about.
I'm curious where he's going to do videos. I'm curious. And I'm curious to see how long it's going to take for the trolls to find out where he lives and start door dashing him food again.
Me streaming all the time kind of thing. But it is what
He's
it is.
defeated. You're
Like
right.
I said, I will go live when I want to.
Not when I'm told to, when I want to.
Side factors determine that. This is my YouTube channel.
Better not go live, boy.
I'm getting some new glasses too. They couldn't tint them green when they transitioned into sunglasses in the sunlight, but I digress. I'm not complaining. They're a fucking sweet new set of glasses, man. Now, I'm not going to judge Jessica for her mental problems because I've got mental problems too.
Oh, you definitely do.
You know what I'm saying? Karma's a bitch, and when it catches up to my YouTube trolls, Jessica has her panic attacks, and I get that. I feel that.
You get it and you feel it. But, like, that doesn't mean you should, like, tolerate it. Like, you should, Cobra, if you like Jessica or love Jessica, whatever the fuck's going on there between you two, and you care about her, you should want her to get help, dude.
But it's going to be okay. It's going to be just fine. Life happens. All we can do is make the best of it.
You should want her to get help or at least try her best to better herself.
If Jessica's freaking out right now, I'm sorry. It's not my fault. You got to take the bad and the ugly in life and make it something beautiful. That's what it's all about.
You know, that's a philosophy that some follow.
No, it sucks. I gotta move out of the apartments. You know what I'm saying? But like, fucking, it is what it is. Now I've got nothing but nice things to say about this apartment complex that I'm currently residing in. It's a sweet spot. It's got a great view. You know, I'd recommend it to anyone who can afford it.
It's a legit trap house complex.
when I get posted up in a new spot, I'll let you know. I'll make a video and be like, I'm back. Stay alive, stay alive. I'm a woman's man, ain't no time to talk.
That was great. That was great. Cobra should sing more.
I'm back. Only when I move into my new place, the trolls aren't going to have my address for a long ass time or ever if I can help it. And then what?
That's what I was.
You're not going to be able to send me stupid shit through DoorDash anymore. And that's what's really going to suck. See,
He just admitted it. That's what's really going to... Hold on. The trolls aren't going to be able to send him free stuff through DoorDash anymore. I added the word free. And that's when he said after, well, that's going to suck. Because he's not going to be able to have free food delivered to his door anymore.
trolls do this crap to themselves if they're entertained by the fact of they know where Cobra lives and they can send him stupid shit through DoorDash. And then they do their crap to the point where I have to get a new place. So now you're ruining your own fun at the expense of trying to fuck with somebody who has Asperger's. Good job.
Maybe if you have Asperger's and you're as disabled as you claim you are, because if you're like, if we're that disabled that we shouldn't mess with you, then you really shouldn't be a fucking raging alcoholic on the internet. Like, I'm just being honest.
And I don't care if the Osbournes fucking notice me, to be honest. I just want them to live happy and healthy lives. I absolutely fucking worship the ground Ozzy Osbourne walks on. No, she did not. Y'all need to fucking leave Jessica the fuck alone. You people are so fucking deranged.
Oh, and Jessica isn't. And Jessica isn't deranged. Wow.
You can't handle the fact that Cobra's got a girlfriend, and all you can do is talk shit. Yes, all the donations I get are going to go towards helping me move, do food hacks, and get into a new spot. So anything you can do will be appreciated.
Begging
Sucks I
for
gotta
money.
move out, but I will get into something much, 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 much better. I got a feeling about it. And I do ignore the trolls for the most part, but when they're in your life constantly fucking with you in your personal life, eventually they're going to get caught up in their own bullshit. Because people are going to get sick of it, sitting there bullying an autistic person.
Oh, shit. I don't know if that's a real name or not. I can't tell. I'm just going to say AI, which is weird that I say AI now that I think about it, because AI, artificial intelligence. But thank you for the 5 on Cashapp. No message. Thank you.
Oh, shit.
Shit, did an AI just send me money? That's weird. That's weird.
Oh, look at that. Throw it in there. No, what? Oh, god damn it. That is some good dip. Lucky Lipper.
Fucking mouth cancer coming in nicely, Tubes. It's coming in nicely.
Feel lucky? Do you, punk? You know, I got these scars. You can stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down.
Oh my fucking god. You know what? Never mind. I'm not going to say anything about it. What is he thinking about? Does anybody else ever wonder what goes on in his head when he's just sitting there spaced out? Like, does it's
week I'm going to be busting my ass looking for places and doing what I can. And I'm confident I'll get into a place here soon. I got a good feeling about it. Something's just telling me to just keep doing my thing and quit worrying about it. Dude, good Lord, that fart smells horrible.
yo.
I don't want any drama with Jessica. I deal with enough drama from my YouTube trolls. I'm just here to keep her safe and make her feel loved and appreciated. You know, that's
She
what
got
I'm
you
saying.
evicted.
Even if I
Tactical
don't
dry
say
spell.
it to her specifically, I have my own special way of showing that her shit is appreciated. I am working on a new album, but that might take me a hot minute. Yeah, we just chilling like rock star villains.
Well, that's because what are those called? What are they? Yeah, succubus. There you go. There you go. I was just thinking of it. Beat me to it though.
I know I didn't go live on my birthday, and you're like, "Oh, we missed that." I was having such a crappy birthday that I didn't feel like going live. Old Smoky Moonshine, peach flavored moonshine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna cap. Not gonna cap. Actually, you know what? Fuck that stuff. Cherries are better. Old Smoky cherries are better.
I don't have any problems with Jessica. Otherwise, I
Yeah, that
would
is store-bought
just.
moonshine. Yeah, that stuff's like not nearly as strong as stuff you'd get from like some guy with a beard, possibly one eye, making it in the woods. Completely different.
I would fucking tell her. I'd be like, "Hey, listen here, woman. You know, so fuck all the assholes harassing Jessica."
I'm not gonna lie. Real moonshine, like if you drink this stuff and you like to claim that you're like, oh, well, I've drank moonshine, you gotta drink the real stuff. You gotta drink the stuff that's gonna fucking light up it's gonna fucking light a blue flame if you light it on fire. You gotta drink that stuff.
You want to see Cobra get lit? Okay. I can work on that. Taking the alcohol my fans sent me and just drinking it on stream. Like, look at me go. A jar of that'll fucking light your whiskers. I want to be using my magic to get into a new place.
If it's taxed, it ain't shine.
So
exactly. You know, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Doesn't matter at this point. I feel sorry for my YouTube trolls. You're not going to know about how much time I got left on my eviction or any of that shit. Because quite frankly, that's none of your damn business.
If he got evicted on his birthday, right, then we have 30 days from his birthday because every standard, I mean, that's like the standard, right? You have about 30 days to get your shit and get the fuck out.
And seriously, fuck my YouTube trolls. They are the miserablest people on the planet. And I feel sorry for them. I really do. Like, oh, you better not go live, Cobra. It's like, dude, no one's forcing you to watch me go live. moving day is gonna suck just because I have.
I mean, you can. Is it 3 months? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you all. I've never been fucking evicted. Wow, shocker, right? Normal people don't get fucking evicted, but like unless you're going through like a really rough time, that's different. Like I'm not gonna shit on you for that, but people like normal individuals like aren't just getting evicted from 2 different places like Cobra's been. All right, but yeah, I mean, I figured it'd be like 30 fucking days, get your shit, get the fuck out. Sometimes 2 weeks, but usually 30 days, depends on. Okay.
Do it, but it'll go just fine. And I appreciate everything that my dad does for me. You know, if my YouTube trolls had a dad as awesome as my dad,
I don't know anyone who's been evicted from their place.
maybe they wouldn't be so miserable in life. You know, all my shit moved out of my apartment one day when it happens. Oh, and when moving day happens, you're not going to know about it. I might film a pre-recorded video of my empty apartment like, well, this is different.
So, he just contradicted himself. He said when he moves, we're not going to know about it, but he is going to film a video of his empty apartment saying, this is different, so we're going to fucking know when he's moving. Wow.
But then outside of that, you're not going to know shit.
Yep. And there he goes. Out he goes. GG Allen casket look.
We're just so steam.
Oh, that's it. That's it. That's it. No more Cobra. No more videos. Let me find some music. Yeah, that was entertaining. Seems like Cobra. He's gonna be homeless. Cyraxx gonna be homeless. Everyone's gonna be homeless. Shane, probably. Who knows? If his antics keep up. Let's find an AI Wilkins song. Yeah, I'll play this one. Have a good day, everyone.